All right, it's been a while. I thought I'd do an update video and start on the inside. This time, you can see we do have the roof on, and I'll get to that in a minute. First of all, make sure I'm zoomed all the way out. Okay, there we go. That's a little bit better. So this is kind of an update where we are, as well as some issues that we've encountered with the directions or the parts. I don't know which is wrong. So I'll leave it to you. So we haven't put the man door in. We got the Dutch doors, and so we haven't done that yet. But everything else is in, and we've done a decent job at hammering these things. One of the things that we thought we might do, although I don't know if to put it on the inside or the outside, is put a 2x8 to help support that side and that side. But I'm not sure. I haven't sure yet. And we also, even though you said the wood is treated, and it is pretty level. It's not exact, 100%. It's very close. But we might try and raise it up off the ground a little bit. This is kind of a high point, although, there's a drainage ditch and stuff. Runoff tends to go fill the ditch and go to the right there, downhill. Does not tend to pool here. But it is East Tennessee clay, so once it dries out, it's like raining on a parking lot until it's wet. But anyway, so right now, I'm going to see if I can bring the directions up. It's pertaining to this part right here. And yes, the door's on. Yeah, we got the gap a little too far to the right. It does open. I can see that it's not straight. Me and hinges are horrible. I've always been bad with them. So this thing right here is the bone of contention with the 113Ds. And the 104Cs, first of all, we seem to be missing, and I've gone through our parts multiple times and I haven't found it. I haven't given up. Might be hidden somewhere. The 113s that go across, we seem to be missing those. And I understand we have the 113As that go there in this thing. We still have 4 of those, and we still have 4 104s, but we haven't used any extras, so we're not sure why. And I'll look in the garage some more and make sure we didn't misplace them somewhere. And as you can see, this is a fair amount over, and this is actually not straight. Now this gap here is our fault. It slid down while we were hammering, and I didn't realize until after I had about 2 or 3 nails in. So that's our fault. But down here, let me get down on what doesn't match is, as you can see here on the directions, it shows that cross piece, the 113, is around the top of that. Well, these pieces go all the way to the bottom. Those are the 104Cs, as you can see, and we have it to the bottom, and they don't reach. Sorry about my finger. They are, if this piece is across the top here, we're looking at, and that's usually about 3 squares. So, looking at that much, I know that 2.5, 3 inches, that this piece is too short. Now, I can understand going across here to help hold this down. In fact, I can actually understand having one here and one here so that you have on both sides of the framing, at the top part of these windows, if you will, you have something holding it down, and at the bottom part of this. Which is not what the directions show, nor do I have the pieces for that. So I could understand that maybe this is correct and the piece should be here, and there should be a piece here, and there should be a piece there, but they don't match. So like I said, I don't know what's incorrect. I don't know if these are cut wrong. I don't know if the drawing's wrong, but they don't match. And yeah, I know the doors, it's a bone of contention a little bit, but that's about as good as I'm going to do hinge-wise. Again, software engineer, not a construction engineer, and I'll get there eventually. And I got gnats biting me. Sorry for any slapping noises. So that's, so far on what we've done, that's the only part that's kind of different. Now, one of the things we did do on the, had a friend help me with the roof, the spine or whatever this part up here is called, this piece right here, is we did, it's hard to see because we've painted it with, that's kills on here. It's kind of acting as a primer, but we did put an extra one to kind of keep this from flapping, and I found another one I'm going to do on the other side. But anyway, but that's just a minor thing. And so we did get things aligned a bit better. Like I said, it's not, to the 1/16 of an inch perfect, but all the screws are back in. The other thing that we did is, and it's not painted, but I did find at, I think my wife found it at Home Depot, the 3/4 inch square piece here to go to replace the one that I put too low. And so it's sitting right on top of it. There's a tiny bit of it. It's a little higher than the rest, but maybe a 16th of an inch. I know it's not an 1/8, but it's just a tiny bit. So hopefully when we put the floor in here, that won't matter too much. But anyway, with that, I just wanted to kind of give you an update of where we were. I know it's been a while since I sent an email, and I mean, I'll post this on YouTube again like I did before. But anyway, all the way around, but that's where we are. These pieces, you know, we did get to close the gap. That was the other thing I meant to show. I did take the screws out, back the screws out of here and over here, especially it's more on the other side. And I got some clamps, and I pulled them together, and then I put the screws back in. I did it one section at a time. So it was a little tighter, but did not make this piece fit any better. And I did have to take a chisel and take a 1/4 inch off of that, or 1/8 inch. Yeah, I think that one was an 1/8 of an inch. So the ones I showed in my previous video that I had marked in purple to take off, I still had to do all that to make it fit. But so you can see this is much smaller than it was. This was bowing out in. Now it's kind of bows in actually, but it was bowing this way. Now it's bowing. It was bowing laterally this way. Now it's bowing that way. I'm not sure why. And then this one closed up pretty nicely because this was a big gap previously. But pulling the screws out and then trying to redo them didn't do a thing. Pulling them out and then using the clamp, getting it as tight as I could to pull the wood together, kind of let it sit a couple times. Basically what I had to do is get it close and then kind of let the wood, I don't know, get used to that position, and then I could get them a little bit tighter. Well, it's kind of a quick clamp. They're in the garage. I don't feel like digging them out, but you just squeeze it, you know, they close in like that. And then, and I did that there. And I was also able to do it here to get this one to be closed in a little bit better than it was. If you can remember, this one had was maybe an 1/8 of an inch gap, but now it's pretty tight. So anyway, there you go. Thank you very much, and hopefully it won't be too much longer, and I'll be sending a video with the whole thing done. That'd be awesome. Bye.